Well, you finally made it to the third installment of our Hawaiian special. Participation ribbons for all. We start off by buying chocolates at a parrot sanctuary, getting let down and soaked in Volcanoes National Park, and we try to stop eating more malasadas and fail. Throw in a nitty-gritty evaluation of the Voyager, and you got the whole enchilada. Scratch that. Loco Moco. Enjoy. We kind of jumped around here. The Parrot Sanctuary was billed as being something quite a bit better than it was, I thought.
I think it depends on what your expectations were.
Yeah, we were told there was parrots there and that there was chocolate, and those were all true.
See, I was told there was a rescue pig. I was told there were parrots.
Okay,
but I wasn't told there was a tremendous amount of free samples, which really upgraded the experience in my mind.
But then we had to buy something, which is okay, but it was pretty pricey.
No, it was cheaper than like getting macadamia nuts from like Walmart.
Okay, really?
Yeah, per gram.
Oh, even per gram? Okay, it wasn't so bad. The rescue pig, we couldn't find the rescue pig, and then we found out it isn't even a rescue pig. It's a pig that just showed up and never went home. So how do you call that a rescue pig?
I preferred the autoimmune disease riddle.
And it only
parrots.
had 3 parrots, all of which were molting or something worse. Okay, the chocolate was good. And the sign, it's one of those places where you see signs, like 100 signs before you get there. So you got some pretty good expectations. So I was, the best part about it was the places where it said, do not park here because your coconut will hit your car.
That was avocado that was going to dent your car.
Was it avocados?
I don't know. We'll insert the clip here and we'll see which one of us was right.
Yeah, you're probably right. It was avocado. So I thought that was quite funny.
Yeah. I liked it.
Volcanoes National Park is a fantastic place to go to if you're ever on the Big Island of Hawaii. It has craters. It has lots of craters to look at. You can drive down to the ocean. And there was a point where there used to be a sign where it said no parking. And the lava had flowed across it. It was clever. We've been there when it's been flowing and walked up with, melting our shoes other years. And this year was pretty disappointing.
No volcanic activity. Unfortunately, even we, the notorious makers of the Cool Crap Car Show, do not control volcanic activity.
Yeah, there's only so much we can do. But anyhow, it was raining and cold.
Yeah.
There's a couple things that were okay.
The lava tubes were leaking.
More than outside.
Jets.
But it was still fun to go there, and some people had not been there before. Like
the hot steam vents were more appreciated this trip than on previous trips.
That is right. That was pretty cool. But the moment I went back, later after you had left and Matt and Nicole had left, and it was raining again, and we thought, oh great, here's another bust. But it cleared. And so we got to go to the bottom where that sign is now gone. I think they graveled that all out of there for an evacuation road. But we did a really cool hike down into a crater, across it and back up. I don't remember the name of it. Everything in Hawaiian gets confused in my head because there's only like 5 letters in the alphabet.
Should be easier for you then.
Yeah, but they all sound the same. It's all vowels. And it's not 5, it's more than 5. But it's hard. Well, for me. So let's do our typical how does it rate segment. And there's quite a few categories. And let's start with reliability. Your Chrysler minivans throughout their many variants have had their fair share of problems. The Chrysler Voyager, which is a low-end Pacifica, has also had its share of problems, mostly the engine and transmission. We experienced quite a bit of clunking when it downshifted, so are concerned about that. We also had it completely shut off when hitting the brakes on the highway, managed to get over the side of the road, and the fact that there was information on the main dash on how to restart your car tells me that Chrysler has actually not fixed this, though they should have, or would have, or said they did a couple years ago. It was an early Pacifica problem. Looks like it's not cured. 2 turds. Might be a little generous. Practicality. This is absolutely the Voyager's trump card. Its well thought out space in the cabin, and in particular its stow and go seating system, is very well thought out and super useful. Access to the 3rd row is also super easy with a variety of ways to do so. It can tow 3,600 pounds, which is 100 more than the competition. 5 ice cream trucks. Way to go, Chrysler. Fuel economy. Well, the Pacifica cousin has a hybrid model. It's less reliable, with very good fuel economy, and the Toyota Sienna currently only comes in hybrid form. The Voyager sticks with the V6 and mediocre fuel economy, 20 city, 29 highway on a US gallon. Pretty much standard with gas minivans. It's about 11.7 per 100 city and 8.2 liters per 100 highway in Canada. Not great, but it's typical. I'll give it 1 ice cream truck. Safety. Once again, the Pacifica comes standard with way more safety features. The Voyager is missing, unless it's equipped with optional packages, rear park assist, blind spot monitoring, rear cross path detection. Crash test ratings are very good with all the variants and all the vans. They all have 5 out of 5 on the NHTSA and top safety picks on the IIHS. 3 ice cream trucks, only because it's missing optional safety options from the Pacifica. Performance. With a 0 to 60 time of around 7.5 seconds, it's pretty peppy. Very similar to the other vans. It does not have an all-wheel drive option and no hybrid options either. Our model had very odd center feel steering where it had little feedback and was difficult to place the van in the middle of the road, and it was very tight. Off-center steering was very normal though, so if you're constantly turning or doing donuts while you're driving, you should be pleased. Braking is standard fare with 4-wheel ABS discs. They're standard. 2 ice cream trucks. Technology. Since this is the poor cousin of the Pacifica, it also is missing a lot of technology. Small touchscreen, no entertainment options for the back passengers. It does have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, though I guess that's something. 2 turds. Quality. The plastics inside the Voyager were pretty good to look at, but most were pretty cheap plastic. The cloth seats look decent, and with 5,000 rental miles on our van, including a lot of sand being carted in and out of it, the interior seemed to be wearing quite well. The back seats, because they are stow and go, are pretty thin and feel kind of cheap. 2 ice cream trucks. Aesthetics. This van actually looks pretty good. It has the looks of the first generation Pacifica, so isn't quite as modern as its cousin. The front dash is well thought out and pleasant to look at, and the rest of the van design elements seem to work well together. I'll give it 3 ice cream trucks. Value. Well, here's where it gets a little tricky. Buying a Chrysler minivan new is generally, in my opinion, not a great value, unless you can get a steep discount, or Chrysler is offering huge cash back or loan incentives. Currently, the Pacifica is actually priced more than the competition and will have much worse resale in a few years. However, that really benefits people shopping used, as the gap between the Chrysler product and the Japanese competition will grow significantly. And since the Voyager is only fleet, they might be a bit of a unicorn once the rental agencies sell them off at the auction and they start showing up on used car lots. If I could save a huge amount in comparison to an Odyssey or a Sienna, I might be convinced. If it's close in price, I wouldn't consider it. So I'm going to kind of do a split thing here. New, 2 turds. Used and cheap, 2 ice cream trucks. But it's got to be cheap. So we're at this is Desert Malasada Part 2. And we're at a completely different place in the big island of Hawaii. Where are we, Kristen?
We're at Tex Drive-In? Diner? It's on the opposite side of the island from where we are, but we heard the malasadas were so good we made the drive over.
All right, so we have 3 in here, one of which we have to give to somebody else. But inside we have, oh, these are bigger than the ones over from the other side for sure. Look at those.
Chocolate, Bavarian cream, and guava.
You want to come get your chocolate? We gotta pass this out of the frame. Sure does look good though. Ooh. Okay. Grab your
Mine's guava.
Mine's Bavarian cream. And first of all, they're bigger.
Cheers.
Cheers. Okay. Very different.
Bigger. Not as hot.
Yeah.
Better filling consistency in my mind.
More bready texture for the, I don't know, this part. Whatever they call that part. Do you like that? The other one seemed like...
I do. The other one, I felt like maybe wasn't as fully cooked on the inside. Yep.
And the price. Oh, the price, Kristen.
Yeah.
We are a little bit cheapskates.
This one's priced at $2.75 per malasada, including fillings. What was the price of the other one? I don't remember. It was more, and these are
like
bigger.
$4.50 with yeah, these are bigger.
That being said, they had a lot of filling options at the other malasada stand.
Well, probably 3 times as many filling options.
This has a limited filling options, and you only get one choice of sugar here. The other one had varieties of sugars that you could choose. 5 or 6 types of sugars. I didn't even know what the heck I was a little overwhelmed, to tell you, with too many options at the last one. But it was very convenient. So it was a little food truck on the side of the highways, where here is a local place kind of thing. You have to drive to it, kind of thing. But you know what? I still take this over donating the van. Yep. This malasada is once again better than the van.
So, how does the 2023 Chrysler Voyager compare to other minivans in the market? The Voyager's best attributes are its stow-and-go seating, towing capacity, and it is cheap to buy used. Negatives are reliability, thin back seats, fuel economy, and resale value. The Honda Odyssey has similar horsepower and towing capacity as the Voyager, but is much more reliable and has a more upscale interior. Transmission problems are still around. It has too much road noise and is expensive to buy used. Wow, does the Kia Carnival look great inside and outside? Towing, gas mileage, and horsepower are similar to the other V6 models in this comparison. Being out only 1 year, reliability is hard to gauge, but the 2022 models had several recalls and other issues. Kias have had historically low resale value, so this will probably be the same way. The Toyota Sienna is the only hybrid in this comparison, so it gets much better gas mileage. It has the same towing capacity as the others and has a quality interior. Resale value is very high. The powertrain, however, is unrefined and loud. Surprisingly, its second row seats can't be removed, and it's pricey to buy used.
So what'd you think?
Well, this is our conclusion, I guess, right? We decided if this thing's cool or crap.
And I think from watching the video and seeing us inside of it, you probably have a pretty good guess of what we're gonna give it.
And like everything, it's always, your mileage may vary.
Yeah. Well, honestly, it has some great features like the stow and go.
I can't tell you how impressed I was with stow and go, because every other van you got to figure out how to get those seats out, haul them, like they're sometimes between 50 and 70 pounds, get them out, and like, what if you happen to be at the Home Depot and they have plywood on sale, and you're going, what do I do with these seats?
No kidding.
You leave them at Home Depot? No, I have stow and go. So that's a killer feature on this van. That's by far the best feature on any of these Chrysler vans. And some people are again, love Chrysler and they last a long time, and some people have some bad experiences. And this is ranking kind of low on the reliability scale, unfortunately.
Yeah, in terms of the inside, it's pretty good. It has
Well
the space
thought
and
out.
things like that, but when you think about longevity with cars, it comes to the engine and the transmission.
Those are the two expensive pieces, I'd
Yeah,
say.
for sure.
So I think it's been fine. I didn't like the way it's steered. And I, again, like to know where I am on the road. I don't want it to be all fake or heavy or trying to assist me, and it wasn't assisting. It doesn't have any of those safety features, so it wasn't that. I thought it might be that, but it wasn't. So I've got to give it 1 turd.
Not even an ice cream truck. It's a tough day for
I
the
know
Voyager.
it's a tough turd for the Voyager. I would I would still buy a 1 turd vehicle
At the right
if the
price.
price is
Yep.
right. And so these may show up on a lot, and you may go, what is a Chrysler Voyager? You check out our video and go, oh, I totally get it now. I'm saving 5 grand or 6 grand or 10 grand over a Pacifica and 15 over a Honda or a Toyota. It's a conversation that is worth having for sure.
sure.
What are you giving it?
I'd go with your 1 turd. If it was just based on seeing the back seat, it's a decent back seat. I'd probably give it an ice cream truck, but I also haven't had a chance to drive it, so I'd have to just follow whatever you say, because I wasn't a designated driver in
One
this
thing with the
case.
back seat, as you're mentioning it, gotta say though, because it stows and goes, it's a little bit thinner than other back seats and other vans, and it's not quite as great as some other vans. So there you have it. There's our review of the 2023 Chrysler Voyager.
Not the Pacifica.
Not the Pacifica. Or specifically not Pacifica. No, that
Oh,
doesn't
boy.
even work. I didn't have a dad joke. I have a dad joke.
Oh no.
Okay,
What's
okay,
your dad
wait,
joke?
wait. I was just at the doctor,
Oh, really?
and I got some really bad news, Matt.
What?
He found little horses in my rectum.
Oh no.
I said, am I gonna be okay? He says, it's pretty serious, but you'll be stable.
Oh no. It's such a stretch.
Stable, that's not bad. That's a pretty good dad joke, Matt.
It's not good.
Ladies on my feet.